The market has been in red, but remember, the deeper the pullback, the higher the rise, because the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Don't be worried by a little bit of red, because these upside targets are still inevitable. Okay, remember, it is inevitable. But welcome everybody to Crypto Angles podcast number 79. I don't know, I've been away for a bit because my head no good sometime, but I'm here. Over here, we combine astrology with the crypto market. So it's going to be a quick video because I've been having issues just uploading a simple video. So astrology plays a big role in the crypto market. Before you're like, oh, let me go away, then you're going to miss the gem. So that's on you. Um, Astrology can impact people's decisions, hence it impacts the market as well. Moon phases play a big role, so that's what we're going to get into predominantly in this video. I literally recorded a whole video talking about RLUSD and that I feel it will be a good stablecoin based on the gematria connections and everything, but the video just was not uploading, so I'm going to have to redo that again because I linked it to obviously the charts back then and the charts have changed and moved. So, or maybe if I split the video, I can just put it up because it's still, yeah, I'll try that. But your girl's been struggling, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, the order of this video is we'll go into the astrological story, which we'll do. We're coming to the end of this Gregorian year. Then we'll look at the technical analysis for Bitcoin, XRP, and the DXY potentially. So, yes, what's happening here? We're in our new moon phase. So when it's the moon phases, it lasts 4 days, 5 days before, 5 days prior. We are on the 29th right now. So after our moon, we've still got uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, basically to the 4th of January. We'll still be in our new moon phase where price wants to find its resistance level. Okay. Now this is the trick, and this, not say the trick, this is where I'm speculating where the market could go, because usually when it's a new moon, price can be pulled up to the new moon to find its resistance level and then it falls down. So I'm wondering if we have technically already been pulled up, even if that's slightly when it comes to the charts. So we'll take a look at it. What stands out to me here is Chiron stationing direct. If people don't know any of these symbols, it is literally at the back of the calendar. If you get the digital version, it's at the top. So you can learn all the symbols if you don't know. But this is Chiron. It's stationing direct. It is stationing direct in Pisces. Pisces is a water element. So this is just telling me that the markets are going to get a bit more lucrative again. It had come to a standstill, well, not a standstill, but it's just ranging, bit of movements there, bit of highs, bit of lows, but it has been ranging, and I'm seeing liquidity may start to come back into it as we enter into the new Gregorian year. So this new moon anyway, being in Sagittarius, is standing out to me. Again, if you're confused and you're thinking it's not meant to be a new moon in Sag, it's meant to be in Capricorn, this calendar is in full alignment with the sky. Don't believe me? Check for yourself. Google the Sky Live online planetarium and you can see. Mainstream astrology is inaccurate, basically. But let's get back into it. So Sagittarius, being the mature fire sign, is literally like pointing in that direction. It knows it's the third fire sign, so it's the maturest fire sign. It knows the direction it's ready to go in. So this is telling me, however price responds during this new moon will give the clearest signal on what it's going to do next. So basically, even if we have been pulled up enough and we're going to fall lower because it finds its resistance, and then you technically short the new moon, sorry, you short it. So basically, if we are pretty much at our resistance level and we go lower, we could go lower. Don't worry, because the deeper the pullback, the higher the rise. Because the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Okay. Um, yeah, if we get that deeper pullback, it's that Sagittarius maturity energy, knowing the direction it's gonna go. So we're getting Venus as well going into Aquarius on the 31st. So that is telling me, like, Aquarius is very unique. It's these innovative ideas. Venus represents the material reality, all of your six senses, including intuition, which does cover money as well. So I'm seeing these unique innovative ideas coming out, basically more liquidity in crypto starting to come as Venus stays there for the month. So do we have anything else? No, that's it. Mercury is going in Sagittarius soon as well. So that's kind of like more of this when it comes to monetary exchange. I don't know, I'm seeing January may be quite volatile. Some downwards before a big upwards may be possible, but let's get into the chart anyway. I just wanted to show the stock to flow model because we are pointing down. We're orange. We're getting oranger. Is this bright enough? Sorry. We're getting oranger, a bit lighter orange, but we're getting that dip down, which I noticed came here. It's kind of like where this zone before we rise up higher. We're doing that point down on this zone before we rise up higher. So essentially, that's where we are. We're doing our point down before we get that rise. And I'm wondering, will we touch this line? Because we're quite well under it. And we haven't really been like that before. So I don't know, will like a double cycle come in, like an extra push up to get us kind of above that, or will we remain under it from this point on? So that's something to pay attention to. But Bitcoin, and before we do get into Bitcoin, I do want to show you the new calendar is available, people. It is here. And it's an early sale discount because it starts in April. So if you're grabbing it now, then there's a discount for you. I'm also giving this diary away, and I've got 2 available. So if you would like that, there's 3 months left to write in it. You can also backdate. Just reach out to me via my email. All details are below. Yeah, you just have to pay postage for this, but reach out to me on email, not through Etsy. And you can just pay for postage and packaging, which is £10. And as you can see, the calendar itself, I'm not getting no profit, but I would like my art to be out there. But yeah, there's discounts, people. If you want that, then grab it. New calendar. I say it got. I saw it look. I say it looks. It's pretty cool. Updated a little. We've not got that big thing there anymore. But anyway, do grab it. Early sale, early sale. But let's get into the technical analysis for BTC. Gonna keep it quite short. We're gonna keep it quite short. So let me just remove this. I'm keeping it a long line chart right now. So moon phases. This was our full moon. You can see it found its support. It dropped up. My question is, where are we going to get our new moon? Are we going to get it here? Will this be our resistance level? Like what I was saying, is this little upward momentum right there, is that our pulling up to our resistance? Because this new moon is coming tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. So are we being pulled up, and could that potentially sit? Oh gosh, confirmation, but could our new moon come in here? Oh, Bitcoin's moving down a little. Could we get our resistance level here, and could that push us lower? So what price are we at? 94k. Could that push us to 91? Or could we get a deeper correction down? Let me put it on the daily. Oh, that is the deeper correction to 91. Like, not going super extreme. I feel that's the most safest place. And just looking on the daily anyway, it does seem as if that would be quite healthy to do. We get resisted there, we come down, and as we enter into, let's just take a sneak peek into January. As we transition into our full moon, could we get our resistance and be pushed up? Our support, sorry. So yeah, like push down possibly to here, recover, and then could we get a support round about this area and go up? Or will our support be lower? This is what I don't want to entertain, but I'm also not going to be surprised of devil wicks, because devil wicks do exist. Like this mad wick down to retest the back of this and then back up again. That will bring us down to 80k. I'm not gonna outrule that, because if it was to happen, that would just give us a more solid support at the end of the day, instead of just being up in thin air, gaining support here and then continuing. If we come back lower, build up structure, and then pop out, ultimately on the bigger scale, it's just going to look like, whoa, it's given a great support for higher price action, higher price discovery, should I say. So I'm not outruling that, but I do feel if we're rejected here, 91k is our next level we're going to retest, and ultimately it depends how we respond to that level. We could get a double bottom and then continue and make our way up. But if we cannot hold 91, if we can't hold 91, um like 87k maybe our next zone if we can't hold 91, and if we can't hold 87, 80 maybe it on like worst case scenario. But I'm not going to really entertain that until we see how price responds around the 91k region. But it does seem like it's going to hit that. Looking at the RSI on the daily for BTC, um yeah, it's like it's pointing down. It's like it's pointing down, getting ready to go down lower to make a lower position. And again, if we are lower on the RSI, then that's just telling me we've got much more room for upward targets. Like reaching 120 Bitcoin, even 150 Bitcoin will be easy. And it may go higher than that if we pull back deeper. So just keep that in mind. But then this also could kind of turn and then it could continue, because we are in the bull run. Sometimes we don't get as low to the oversold. Definitely probably not oversold to the point like we're wicking out of it, but there is still room to potentially go lower. But we could stay here as well. So this is why it all just depends. ZMACD, the MACD, we are cooling down a bit on the red. So I feel like we're going to finish off this downward momentum. We're going to finish it off until these at least begin to flip and we start to cool down a little. So that's what I'm seeing. I do want to just see these on the W time frame to see what it's doing. Okay, see, so even here on the W time frame, so let's just get rid of the line. It's just not needed. We could get support from this and then continue up, making a higher overbought scenario. So even if we come back down a little bit on the daily, that won't bring us down that much on the WRSI. Gain that support and then continue up, because this massive green overbought, sorry, was way back when. Let's hide the moon phases. It was way back when we were down at 70 when we first hit the 70s before going back down to 54. Oh, beautiful entry. I longed it then and I'm still longing it, but anyway, yeah, that's just how it's looking. Like I wouldn't be surprised, we did technically come back into this parallel channel, didn't we, that we were trading at. So this is why, again, looking on the larger time frame, I wouldn't be surprised if we do wick down to that 80 region, and don't be alarmed if it does, because it's like break out of this big parallel channel, retesting to gain support for continuation. But yeah, let's see how we do with the 91k level, and then we can take it from there. Sorry, this does look a little messy. Let me reset the chart. I'm going to pull a fib, and we're clearly already in another big fib because of this grey. Can I delete it? No, it's fine. Right, I'm going to pull a fib level. I don't even know the best way to do it. From low to high. Okay, so if we are filling out like these fib levels, gosh, I need to zoom in. I swear this will be better with a mouse, but it's because I need to move it over, don't I? so we can actually see the price. Um, yeah, so on these fib levels, as you can see, actually, this is a downward fib pulling from swing low to swing high. We are at this region. It's like we got nicely rejected off of the golden pocket. Rejected off it. Seems as if we're getting rejected again from the 888.888, and then that could definitely bring us down to that 91k, the high end of 91k. And then of course usually the 618 fib is reached, which I find fascinating that that aligns with this little trading cluster here at 86, 87k. So keep them targets in mind. I'm just, no, I don't want that one. I want the horizontal ray. I just want it to here. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that target in mind because like we're literally being rejected off there. So we could potentially, it's possibly looking more likely getting our resistance from the new moon, no moon, pushing us down. If we cannot hold that 91k, we will be touching the 618 level, the Fibonacci sequence, round about 87, 86, 87k. So they're the targets that I'm seeing, but we're not going to leave it there. No, 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 because we're going to look at our upside targets and then jump onto XRP in the hizzy. XRP in the hizzy. Oh no, we're going to pull the other things as well. So we do swing high to swing low just on this zone. And of course, the swing low could be lower, but all that would mean, if you know, if that scenario does play out, all that will mean is we're going to go higher anyway. So no worry, no worry, no worry. So basically, when it can actually get, you know, into the golden pocket of this zone, 114k Bitcoin is en route. 114k. And then if we want to rise to the highest point, 144k, just shy of 144k, we could reach even to 150k Bitcoin. So I generally would not be worrying at all, but I do want to put on our moving averages so we can see what go on. Okay, so these are the luminary moving average. They're all the way at the bottom. It's hard to see, but this dark purple line is at the top, which is Saturn, and this berry line is at the bottom, which is Uranus. So that's absolutely fine. It's still in the line in alignment for upward momentum. Okay, and looking at this, the SMAs, EMAs, SMAs. This is what I'm saying. Obviously, there was a big overextended gap. That's why this pullback was necessary and needed. It was too spaced out from these two anyway. The 200, which is the green one down there, is still far away. But what I want to be paying attention to is if this crosses over. If the 8 and the 50 cross, then we are going down. That will confirm going down a bit more. So more sales, people, more sales. Is that all right? Is that all right? Yeah, but that will definitely confirm that. Yet I'm also going to keep in mind, could that curve, could we keep our support here, and could it curve? Like, even if, you know, it wants to retest these levels, 91 and potentially 87k, could we get a quick wick down there, hardly staying there, brought back up quickly, and then eventually these just curve? So that's also a scenario. Like, I don't feel if we're getting any lows, we're not staying low for long. That's basically what I'm seeing. So let me just remove this one. So again, the 200 is quite low. Oh, but these are above it. With the other one, we were under it, under the 8, but over the 50. But these are all above it. So this is kind of confirming it's probably more likely we're going to be pushed down, which again is absolutely fine, getting us lower in the RSI on the daily. So just anticipate that, But let's jump on to XRP after we look at the Bollinger Bands. Oh, again, so the Bollinger Band is definitely, this 91k region is going to be touched. and it all depends how we respond to that level. If we go lower to 87k, this confirms it. I feel we will be seeing 91k Bitcoin. Sure, let's take a look at XRP. I really hope this video uploads because I don't know what to do after that. I just don't know what to do. So let's get rid of the fibs. We'll look at just these first. So again, it's similar to Bitcoin. It was overextended, but they are getting closer. It's underneath. It's gaining support off one. So again, we'll have to see, but of course, it will just follow Bitcoin's pursuit. It's looking very similar to Bitcoin on the RSI. It's pointing down. But again, it's above the 50. So will this point down? Will it just gain support off the 50 and continue? So that's something we want to look out for. Or are we going to drop lower and come lower in the RSI? I was sharing on my threads for the longest time that I wonder if we're going to get rejected. What was I talking about here? I was talking about it from here. If we're going to get rejected, because we may need to be lower on the RSI for upward continuation, and that's exactly what has happened. Make sure you do check me out on threads. I'll try to put it in threads, because hopefully it's just there. Oh, I post much more. So sorry, go to my home. No, not home. Go to me. I post much more, okay? Some silly things, but I do, yeah, some silly things. Where's my chart about XRP? I post more things, so you can see more to the day to day if you want. And of course, I post my videos there. It was private before, but now it's open. But getting back to the XRP and the hizzy. Yeah, MACD as well on the daily. Again, we're slowing down on the red, so it's just telling me confirmation, but it is coming to an end, but it may need to finish off what it needs to do. Okay, until these start to flip and go up again. So just keep that in mind. Looking at it on the W time frame to see how it is, because what I was saying as well on the W time frame, I'm wondering if we need to at least touch here before continuing up. You know, it wouldn't be nice if I'm saying, oh, we may need to get lower into, deep low into this RSI. No, I'm feeling like for a healthy continuation, at least retesting back to the 70, potentially like just underneath the 70, gaining support off of the moving average, the yellow moving average for more continuation. Like I'm not seeing us going so deep into the RSI for the W time frame. Yeah, it's like we're slowing down a bit, but it looks like it wants to do more. Like it's just not finished yet. I feel the the bigger pullback may come after spring. After spring, get our last lows, and then like blow off end of summer, autumn, potentially. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. So back to the daily. You're right, love. Back to the daily. I'm gonna just put on our planetary or luminary moving average. Again, they are in the right position. No, where's Saturn? Yeah, still in the right position for upward momentum. Take any stuff that you want to carry with you, just put it in your bag, Zaya, okay? So Lise wants to take that, put it in the Spider-Man bag. Or me, I could take that bag. I don't know, you have to look for that. Put that in my gold bag for me. Sorry, excuse me. So putting on, I just took that one off. Putting on this one, yeah, again, we're under the 8. Similar to Bitcoin, we are under the 8, but we're much more further away. So this is telling me XRP may want to drop down easily to 180. This thing's going down to 180. No one can tell me otherwise. It really seems as if it is. Looking at Sorry, I'm looking at two charts, the one on my phone as well. So, yeah, structurally, it seems as if this is just going to push it back down, get close to the 50 moving average, and that would bring us to this zone. There's a line here because if you look on the 4-hour, there's a little trading cluster. That's why we'll pull out our fibs in a bit because I saw something rather interesting. So, yeah, was it this line? It was this line. No, it wasn't. It was this line, yeah. Because there's a little tiny trading cluster there. That's why this line is here. So that 180 zone is looking likely, but it's a weak trading cluster. This one is stronger, round about the 150 zone. So if we could get that big push down, because look, it's been, except here, we attempted to go a bit higher, but it's been showing weaker, lower lows, lower highs. So it is a bit weak. And on the 4-hour, we're pretty much underneath all of these. So that could push us down. But getting back to the daily, yeah, I'm seeing this zone, the 180. And if we go further, it's that 150 touching us back here. But I don't know. I think I'm going to keep at the 180 and see how we respond at that level. And then we could go lower. So that is what I'm seeing for XRP. Just looking on the immediate though, the 4-hour RSI. We could be pushed up a little bit more, but then rejected at some point. So I'm just keeping an eye on that. Yeah. See, and this is what I'm saying, is this our pull up to our full on new moon. That little pull up, it's showing like, oh, there's a little bit of strength to pull us up, but it's quite weak, it's quite slow. So it's like, could we be pulled up potentially? Like, do you see how the 8 is supporting it? No, it's underneath it. So could we be pulled up to basically just be rejected at the 8 properly? So it's 118. We're at 117 now. And if we're on the daily, could that pull up into our resistance level, bring us back to potentially that 221? And could we then get rejected again? So that's what I'm keeping an eye out for. If we have any momentum to bring us up a bit higher to 222, but I'm keeping an eye out for kind of like the lower targets. But essentially, could this be our resistance level with our moon? And we're going to pull on the fibs in a bit. See, was our support. We had some support, went up, but then we've come right back down. Could we be pushed down? Because again, just looking on the daily, it's lower lows, lower lows. I know I'm not using the candlestick, but I feel the line right now where we are is a bit more better. Bollinger Band, yeah, we're most likely going to at least touch the bottom one, and that could just drop us lower to the 180. So ideally, seeing how we respond at $2, because I do feel we're going to be rejected. If we're rejected at 222 maximum, we could definitely go down to the $2 region. If we cannot hold $2, we're touching 180. We could easily touch 180, especially if we pass 190. I know it just seems like, oh, we could be doing this, could be doing that, but it's just these are the targets. This is how you have to look at it. So we're gonna just pull out now the fibs. Just hide all of these because we don't need them. We don't need them. We don't need them, Ross. We don't need them. Meant to be a quick video, but I bet it's long. But this is just how I do technical analysis. You see me? You see me? So we're just gonna do, yeah, from its lowest point, doing swing low to swing high. And as you can see, was it similar to Bitcoin? But we went into the golden pocket. We got rejected, supported off the 0.888 into the golden pocket, but we fell right out of it again. And it seems as if we're doing like a break and retest on the opposite side of the 0.888. So then that brings us, like, especially breaking this zone of 214. If we break 214, we could easily wick down to the 618 Fibonacci level, which, as you can see, is sat at 1.7. So that's what I'm saying. It's like that 180 region could definitely be it. 1.7, 177 it was at. Yeah, 1.7, 177, $1.77. It's like extreme levels. I'm seeing the lowest we could go is 150. Excuse me, because that was where our last trading cluster is. But I feel if it's doing that, it's going to be a devil wick. That's all it's gonna be. So I wouldn't get too alarmed with that, because it's just a devil wick. So yeah, I need to do something right now. Just need to do something. 207. Yes, so basically that's what I'm seeing for XRP. I feel it has often hit the 618 fib level, so I just won't be surprised. And this trading cluster is its next strongest support if we don't hold that. But I really hope it's not going to do anything extreme and go back down to the 2.618. Let's hope this holds it, and that's all it needs, ideally. But we'll wait and see. It definitely seems as if it's going down. And if we can't hold the $2 region, we're touching the high end of 170 to 180, and it would be a perfect fib level. You know, I'm gonna draw a ghost fib and let's see what happens. So if we do, hold on. If we go from swing high to potentially swing low at the, we'll just do the 180. If we were to do that and price, touches that level as its lowest point, where could it potentially go to breaking out of this zone? So, as you can see, once we're in that buy region, oh gosh, my throat. Once we're in that buy region, a $3.30, just shy of $3.30 is in store for XRP. Yeah, and usually when XRP is ready to move, we actually break above this. So then it's like the moment we kind of are hitting that $3.30 region, it won't be long before a $5 to $6 XRP. Yeah, I'm gonna say $6 because it always breaks through for about 40% extra. When it's ready, that's literally what it's done every fib. And there was a video, I recorded it. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. But right now we need to finish off this downward momentum. But a $3 XRP won't be long. It will not be long. So just want to take a quick look at the DXY. Sorry if I'm sounding very slow in my speech. I'm not well. I laugh, I joke, but I'm generally not well. So have we done it? Wow, we've created a higher high. We've created a higher high in the dollar. That's fascinating. I just wasn't really expecting that, because in my head I'm like, oh, if we're going down, like, if crypto's going to be going up, then the dollar should be going down. But I was like, if we do get a higher high than this zone, then it does invalidate it. It just seems as if the dollar is getting strong. It seems it's getting strong, but of course we've not made a higher high than that zone, so we could still be in downward momentum. So this is why I'm like, if this dollar wants to continue on up, will we eventually just get rejected at these higher levels? Because yeah, these zones are the next higher levels. We got rejected at that one, so we'll see how we respond there. Because the next one after that is that zone. It's like 110, and 111, 112, 113, and then pretty much after what? After 114, Bob's your uncle, we're in new territory. But basically, if we create a higher low, then 114. And you see, this is what I'm wondering. If crypto is doing its little retracement right now, it wants to just backtest, do what it needs to do. Could we be brought up higher? Thinking, wow, what's the dollar doing? Create this higher high, but ultimately it creates a higher low. Like, ultimately, is this one long winded downward trend? Basically, we dropped really low and it's coming up to create potentially a higher low to then fall. So could if this like super extends up but we're still rejected when Bitcoin is going like the opposite way, crypto going like down. When this gets rejected, could crypto then be skyrocketing? Was above posted a video, it's like 3 months. 3 months. So we'll see, we'll see. But with that being said, do make sure, help you girl out, grab a calendar, digital copies, physical copies available. This one is still in use, got 3 more months. Literally as well, if you're grabbing this calendar, you will get this one for free. Okay, so you don't need to get both of them. If you get the physical copy, you will get this one for free. I have to email the free copy to a few people who have ordered this, so I'll get that done after this video. This one is I'm giving it away, so if you want it, I'm giving it away. If you're in America, I'd highly recommend you just get it off Amazon. Just type this in on Amazon and it will be there, because delivery from here to a different country is, it literally costs more than the calendar itself. It costs like just under £40 to send it because it's hench. So I recommend, if you're not in the UK, getting it from, what's it called? But if you are in the UK, I'm giving it away. Just pay £10 for postage. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like this video if it helped, if it gave you any sort of insight, and thank you for the support. Au revoir. Bye.